Hello, welcome. I'm here to show you some of the new release stencils from A Colorful Life Designs. These are part of the September 2021 release. These have different leaves, and each one has three components, as you're going to see when I open. So the first one that I'm opening is the Layered Fancy Leaf, and you have stencil 1, stencil 2, and the actual cutout, which is the cutout version from stencil 1, and that creates a mask, which you're going to see me use. Now, this is the beach leaf, stencil 1, this is stencil 2, the middle one is stencil 1, and then the mask is what is cut out from stencil 1. Now, you can buy these as a set or individually. The choice is yours. This one is the layered white oak leaf. Stencil 1 is the first one on the left, and then there's the mask that comes with stencil 1, and then the one on the right, which is now on the bottom of this pile, and now it's in the middle, is stencil 2. Again, you can buy these in as a set. You don't have to buy them individually. And once you'll see how well they work together, you'll probably want them as the set. This is the layered veined leaf, the mask, stencil 1, and stencil 2. All right, so let's go ahead and play with the layered beach leaf. All right, so first I have the layered beach leaf 2. So that's the one that has the actual veins cut out of it. So I thought this is a really pretty shape. I'm going to be using my Make Art Station. I'm going to be using these little fingertip daubers and some Catherine Pooler inks, Peppermint Scrub, Mandarin Spice, and the other color I use is yellow, but I can't remember which yellow it is, so give me a minute, it'll come to me. So I just go ahead with this finger dauber and I go ahead and just start ink blending from the bottom up. The Mandarin Spice works really well with Peppermint Scrub. These are from the Paradise Lost ink collection from Catherine Pooler, and these are nice fall tones. And they do work well together because they're part of a collection. Now, I did use some Post-it tape to tape down the sides of my stencil because I want my paper. There it is. I still didn't catch the name of that one. I wanted my paper to remain crisp and clean. So I wanted what isn't covered with stencil to be very crisp. And I have a tendency to be a messy crafter. And even though there's plenty of room on this stencil that you don't have to worry about ink blending on your paper, you see there's a margin on each side of the stencil. With me, it's better just to be safe than sorry. Speaking of which, this is why the mask is so fantastic. Remember, the mask comes with the leaf number 1 in each of these. And then leaf number 2 is the skeleton. But you can see why having the mask is so fantastic. I took the mask, I covered the leaf that I just got done ink blending, and now I have the leaf again, and I'm going to go ahead and ink blend those same colors, basically overlapping the leaves without having overlapping. And you'll see why that matters because you don't have to worry about the colors of inks running into each other. By the way, that yellow color is Sauna. So we've got Peppermint Scrub, Mandarin Spice, and Sauna. And then you'll see I don't know why I removed the mask. I could have just left it on there. Anyways, put the mask back down again. Go ahead with that stencil, line it up, and go ahead and ink blend another one. And the paper that I'm using is an off-white. It's got a linen look to it. I don't know. I bought it at Staples a while ago. I don't even know if they still have it for sale, but it's cardstock. It's probably 100 pound, and it's perfect for blending dye inks. You can see I'm not having any trouble at all blending those dye inks right on top of that paper. And because it is sort of a linen color, it's like a creamy, crispy color, and it's not so stark white. And I think that is what makes these cards really cool because that paper and these inks work very well together. I'm going to demonstrate another one because I was really excited how that turned out. This is the layered fancy leaf. All right. So what I'm using here is layered fancy leaf B, or number 2, and it's got the veins cut out of it, right? Then when I mask, I'm using that mask that comes with the layered fancy leaf 1, or A. But this time I'm bringing in some more colors. All right, so this is Royal Treatment. It's a pretty purple color, and I color it over a couple times because it's a little bit lighter than I wanted, and I just did it more than once basically, just to get a nice dark purple. And now I have Peppermint Scrub, which I used on the one that I created the layered beach leaf with. This is Mandarin Spice, again, bringing in that orange color. See, this time I only put post-it paper on one side, so I'm being a little bit more careful and trying not to get sloppy and run my ink blending away from the actual edges of the little stencil. And this Fana color is Sauna, which is a beautiful golden yellow color. It is perfect for the fall. These colors in this collection are really great for the fall. Isn't that beautiful? I just think with this paper, it looks so nice together. All right, now we put our mask down. And again, you want to get these with, I think, the complete set. Just buying one stencil is okay, but the versatility of having all three, all the parts of it, which is stencil 1 and 2, or stencil A and B, whichever way you want to look at it, really goes a long way, and it gets you a lot of bang for your buck. And it's a great little collection. So, like again, this one's called Layered Fancy Leaf, and I'm alternating the direction of my leaves. So the one in the middle, the top, was going to the left, and the two that I put on either side of my original leaf are going to the right with the top of the leaf. When you're doing something like this, you'll want to start off with your middle. That way, you'll know to leave enough space for the things that you're trying to put on the outside. Just like if you're spelling out the word mom, M-O-M, you would put the O on first and then the M on either side. That way things are spaced out nice. So that's my second ink blended card. Now I'm going to show you how I finish a card. So I have this stamp. It's from the new Not Too Shabby set. And it says Welcome Fall. It's just a real pretty sentiment. It has like a banner and some fall foliage. And I thought this would be a pretty sentiment to put on the front of the card with the beech leaf. So I'm going to actually emboss this stamp sentiment. I'm going to use Versamark. And then my embossing powder is sort of a, I don't know, maroon rust color. I just thought that it was a good fall color to use. So if you're interested in these stencils from A Colorful Life Designs, you can visit their website, and don't forget to use my coupon code, which is TracyFan10, to save 10% off your order. And there are some really great stencils in this release, not just these fall stencils, but last week I had a video with the the umbrellas and the raindrops stencils. There's one that is an umbrella with raindrops, and then there's another one that's all umbrellas. There's some really great Halloween stencils that came out with this release, which I will be featuring them on my social media upcoming in the month of September. So please make sure you check out my description box below. That's where you'll find all my social media information, including my Instagram, my blog, Facebook, everywhere that you can find me on social media if you're so inclined. Making sure that embossing powder is thoroughly cooked. It does have a little bit of a mica leftover fallout. I don't know what you want to call it. So I grab a Swiffer, thing that you put on your floor. It's like a handheld um, for solid floors, not carpeted floors, but wood floors. Anyways, I took the Swiffer sheet and I just tried to brush some of that mica off of the paper. Now I'm going to use a rectangular die that I had from my stash, and we'll cut out the sentiment in my Gemini Junior. I'm just trying to figure out where now I want to place this sentiment, but I just feel like the edges of the sentiment need to have a little bit of distressing. So I take my Vintage Photo Distress ink and a domed foam blending tool, and I just ink blend the sentiment around all sides. This is, by the way, sped up and fast forwarded because I don't move this fast. As a matter of fact, I don't move very fast at all. I'm a pretty slow crafter. Take my time, and hopefully by doing that, I get good results the first time. And now I'm just going and putting that sentiment there right on top of those leaves. I've got some sequins, some fall colored sequins, this big gigantic jar of sequins. So I'm going to try to find some different colors. There's copper, gold. There's a darker color, which I would consider like mocha. And I'm going to put some of these sequins on this card. And the rule is that you want to put an odd number on the card. So you could put 3, or you could put 5, or you could put 7. Of course, you don't have to follow that rule. Do what you like. But by all means, if you want to do what research shows has a visual appeal to the human eye, you can do an odd number of sequins. That's up to you, though, entirely. I support whatever number of sequins you want to put on your card is entirely up to you. Okay, so this one turned out really great. I love the way it turned out, but I really also love the way the fancy leaf turned out too. I'm going to have some still shots at the end of this video so you can take a closer look. If you're new to my channel, I would love it if you would subscribe. I go live at least once a week, and I do uploads at least once a week, if not more. Sometimes there's 3 a day, depending on what day of the month it is, depending on what design team deadlines I have. Give this video a thumbs up if you like my card, and please leave a comment below. Are you looking forward to seeing the fall foliage? Do you even get fall foliage where you live? I live in Western Pennsylvania, and we do have beautiful fall foliage here. Don't forget, I'll have information in my description box below on these stencils, where you can purchase them, and my coupon code is TracyFan10. Thanks so much for watching. Have a hopeful day. Bye-bye.